Holmes from myfitcoach.ca, personal trainer and online fitness coach. Today I want to walk through how to do a proper stiff-legged deadlift. We're going to cover 3 of the top mistakes that I see all the time and how to fix them so that you're going to target the muscle groups that you're actually looking to work. So the stiff-legged deadlift is an awesome exercise for training your hamstrings, your glutes, and your low back, but quite often it's done incorrectly, and when it's done incorrectly we can get injured and we're not actually working the muscle groups that we want to hit. So one of the biggest mistakes, the first mistake that I see when people are doing this exercise is they're rounding their back. So typically this is the wrong way to do it. They're here, I'm not using my dumbbells, these are my pretend ones, and they're lifting this way. So when we lift like that and the upper back is rounded, what's going to happen is we're actually going to feel that all through our lower back. We're not going to feel that through our hamstrings and glutes. So here's how to fix that. What I'd like you to do is, if you have at home a broom like I do, I'm going to teach you how to do a proper hip hinge so that you feel this in the correct spot. So what you want to do is grab this behind your back. So it's going to touch the upper part of your back and the lower part of your back as well, just right where your bum touches. And it's going to touch your head as well. When you hinge forward, you want to maintain contact in those 3 points. So your head, your upper back, and just at the top of your bum. So if you end up hinging forward and you round your back, notice that we lose contact. Okay, so this is the correct way, but if you round your back, you lose contact. So practice doing that with your broomstick a few times before you add in a bunch of extra weight when you're doing the stiff-legged deadlift so that you feel it in your hamstrings and glutes, not your low back. Mistake number 2 when you're doing the stiff-legged deadlift is bending your knees too much. So I quite often will see people here, they're looking pretty good, they start to come down and they bend their knees. Again, incorrect. Too much bend in the knee on that one. What we actually want to do is a very, very slight bend so that we don't want to lock the knees, just kind of release them a little bit and then hinge forward. We're not changing the bend of the knees at all during the exercise. The third mistake that I quite often see is because this exercise is called a stiff-legged deadlift, sometimes those legs get a little bit too stiff. I have seen this before where people are almost locking their knees like this and then hinging forward. This is going to cause all sorts of problems. You want to make sure that those legs and those knees rather are just a soft knee. So there's a slight bend in them. We hinge forward from the hips and we come right back up. Now you may want to add a little bit more of a bend in your knee depending on your mobility. And if your hamstrings are quite tight, perhaps just a little bit more of a bend may be the trick for you, but we want to avoid locking those knees so that we're not hurting the knees and the low back. Alright, that's it you guys, the 3 top mistakes that I want you to fix next time you're doing that stiff-legged deadlift so you can really train your glutes, your hamstrings, and your low back effectively. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe to My Fit Coach on YouTube and check out the online fitness programs that we offer at www.myfitcoach.ca.